hello, hello. Happy Friday to everybody. Yes, we've gone through another week. And I don't know about you, but time is just flying by. I can't believe it's June already. And it's kind of nuts, isn't it? It's like nuts. It's like we've been in this like quarantine thing for months. Seems crazy, really crazy, but I feel like a lot of people are really kind of getting on a routine. I hope so, at least. And guys, if you're parents, you need any help, please reach out to me because I'm happy to help you really conquer all this stress and chaos that's going on. You're 11 years old. Hi. Well, you cannot just become a good parent. You can help your parents become better parents by speaking up and talking to them about things that help you. Anyway, so let's talk about 20 things that can make you a really great parent. And if you're listening and you're not a parent or you're a child, you can learn a lot from this too and share it with your parents or share it with other parents. Before I start, though, I'd like to tell you who I am. I'm Celia Kibler, and I'm a family empowerment coach. I have 5 children, 2 I gave birth to, and 3 I gained through marriage. I now have 9 grandbabies as of a couple days ago, and I basically have been working, coaching, and teaching kids and parents for about 40 years. I have almost 40 years of real life experience as well as educational and professional experience. So I have a lot that I've been through that I've found successful solutions for, so I can turn around and help you guys as well. Okay, so let's get down to 20 things that can really help you to be an awesome parent, the kind of parent you really want to be. Because after all, don't we all want to be great parents? Because you know why? We're raising adults, not children. They're already children. Your job is to raise that self-confident, that really smart I'm trying to think of the word, which is not coming to me, a confident adult, a self-sufficient adult is what I was trying to think of, kind, happy, and really someone who is excited to meet other people, to learn what other people are about, and to really make their world a better place. That's your job. All right, so let's come up with 20 things that can make your job a great job and really get those kids to be amazing adults. Number 1, you must love unconditionally. That means you basically don't withdraw your love because of something they've done or a behavior that they are doing. You always love them unconditionally. There is nothing they can do that your love is based on except for their mere existence that they are your child. Number 2, you can make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're all human. It's okay to make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. But if you make a mistake in the world of parenting, then I want you to turn around and say you're sorry to your children and talk about what just happened. Because by you saying you're sorry, by you acknowledging something that didn't quite go right, you give them permission to say they're sorry and permission to acknowledge something that didn't go right and not deal with it like it's the end of the world. Number 3, you ask questions. You realize that none of us are mind readers. We do not assume. We ask our children questions. If something is going on and you want to know what really happened, ask your kids and talk to them. Do not assume. Number 4, you always achieve to do your best. And that's a great gift to give your kids. Instead of looking at the outcome, look at whether they have done their best or not. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Is I forgot to open a hold up. I want to make sure I see any other comments because some of them I can't necessarily see. So let's make sure I can see these. Okay. You always do your best. Always, always, always. And teach your children, excuse me, to focus on doing their best too. Number 5. Hi, Diana. them. You should have the motto in your family of learning something new every day. And if you sit around the dinner table, share what you learned new that day. Even if, say, you're good, at bedtime, you have a little bedtime routine, maybe a great thing to initiate at bedtime is to talk about what each other learned new that day. It is a great way to encourage your kids to really seek out knowledge and discover new knowledge. Okay, you forgive. Now refer to number two. Number two was we make mistakes and we apologize. Remember that we're all human and we make mistakes and we apologize for them. And you forgive others for making mistakes. You don't hold a grudge. Number seven, you coach, you teach, you guide, you prepare your children. You don't do it for them. Your children will never learn. They will never grow their independence if you always do it for them. I know a lot of parents, and if this is you, you can put a 1 in the comments that go, well, I don't want, them to get a bad grade, or I don't want them to look like, oh, they did a terrible job, so I'm just going to do it. No, guys, they have to learn to do it. They have to have that confidence in themselves that they can do it. When you're always doing for them, they read that as you thinking they're not good enough. They're not good enough to try doing it themselves. So award them the time and award them your confidence in them that they can do it themselves. All right. Give them choices wherever you can. When something is negotiable in your home, give them the choice. It's very hard not to do that, I have to admit. I realize that, Diane. I understand that. And sometimes, sorry, Diana, I said Diane. Sometimes it is hard to do, but you know what's great about it is kids light up when you start letting them do for themselves. When you give them the opportunity, doesn't mean you can't guide them. Doesn't mean you can't help them. Even if they're cleaning up kind of a big mess, you want to let them do it, but you could help. You could all team up and do it together. But when they're allowed to do for themselves, they shine. And their independence, their feeling of, I'm getting really big, really increases. It makes a huge difference. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, give them choices on negotiables. You're giving back a little control to your kids. So let's give an example. Say it's time to go to school. I mean, clearly none of us are going to school, but I'm going to use that as an example. And you go to school and you don't say, are you ready to go to school? Answering a yes or no, because that is not negotiable. You're going to school. So don't give them an option to say no when no is not an option. Instead, you could say, what are we going to wear today? Do you want to wear this red coat, this red raincoat, or this black raincoat? Do you want to wear your tennis shoes, or do you want to wear your red shoes? Whatever. Give them choices. Don't say, do you want to brush your teeth, which can encourage a no answer. No is not an option. You have to brush your teeth. But you can say, do you want the pink toothpaste or the blue toothpaste? Give them choices when things are negotiable. Listen, we're on number 9. Listen with your eyes. That means you look at them just like I'm looking at you. Listen with your eyes. Put the distractions down and sit with them and listen. Get on their level so that you can be eye to eye with your kids. It means so much. A good listener is a great communicator. And as far as listening goes, guys, if you're in the Pumped Up Parenting group on Facebook, if you're not, jump over to Facebook and go on it if you're on Periscope or YouTube. But when you're in there, go into the files section. You'll find the listening game and lots of other games and activities to help make family time fun time. Okay, number 10, believe what your kids are saying. And please don't call them liars. When you label a child and you call them a liar, eventually, whether they're telling the truth or they're not telling the truth, and you call them a liar, they're going to go, well, I might as well lie because they always think I'm lying. So what the heck? Why am I bothering? So don't label your children. Believe what they have to say. Go back to number 3, where I said, ask questions, don't assume. Let them explain what they want to explain to you before you make a decision and offer them help. Listen to them and believe what they're saying. Number 11, respect them. Do not judge or criticize. Respect is earned. Kids do not have to automatically respect you because you are their parent. If you don't show your child respect, I'm pretty sure they're not going to learn to respect you. Think of a coworker. We've all worked with people that are like, you don't want a whole lot to do with them because they're disrespectful, they're rude, they talk back, they yell at you, whatever. They're just arrogant and you can't deal with it. You don't respect them. Same goes with a parent to a child. If you don't show your child respect, they're not going to show you respect back. They're going to learn what they live. So if you're not respecting, they're not respecting. Okay. Number 11. No, wrong. That was number 11. Number 12. Have fun. Have fun with your kids. Go out and play. Go out in the yard. Have a picnic. Have a camp out in your backyard. Grab balloons. Put on music. Dance. Have fun with your kids. Play board games. Have a movie night. There's all kinds of ways to have fun with your kids. Have theme days. Have dinosaur day, bug day, nature day, pajama day, eco day where you plant a garden. Have fun with your kids. And that's not you sitting on the couch watching them have fun. You get involved and have fun too. Okay, number 13. Read to them. Reading, guys, is so important. Number 1, it's great bonding. Number 1, it develops their language skills and communication skills and their cognitive skills. It makes kids smarter. It flat out has been proven to make kids smarter. Plus, it's a great time for you and them. It helps their attention. A lot of parents say, oh, well, we don't read because he has no attention span. Read more. It will build that attention span, and read things that your kids are interested in. If you have older kids that don't like to read, and let's give an example of Minecraft, and they're really into Minecraft, there's a lot of books, Minecraft books. Let them read those. Kids that love superheroes, get comic books. They'll love it. Read with them, read to them, let them read to you. Build an environment where reading is awesome because you know what? You go on a new adventure every day with a new book. And if you haven't hopped into my story time on Pumped Up Parenting in the Facebook group, which is also on Periscope and on YouTube, 7 p.m. Eastern time every night, we read a new story. Tonight will be an interactive story done by my sister. Okay. Number 14, eat meals together. Doesn't have to be all your meals, but try to at least eat one meal together as often as you can during the week. A lot of people now are home. They're not, working. So this is a great time to start incorporating mealtime as a family. And I mean sit at the kitchen table. I don't mean sit in front of the TV. When you eat together, communication happens, smiles happen, respect happens, trust happens, and you know what else happens? You eat less. You naturally start not shoving food into your face. Not only are you eating less food, your brain, which needs 20 minutes to realize that it is full now, gets closer and closer to that fullness feeling without having as much food and put into your stomach. So eat together. It's an awesome tradition. Okay, where are we? 15, we're getting there. I know I got 20. I know it's a lot, but these are important things. 15, you set up routines, boundaries, limits, and responsibility. All things that increase your child's comfort level and also let them know they're loved. When kids have boundaries and limits, they know someone cares about them and loves them. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? And they're like, why are you out till 11 o'clock? Well, because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Hi, Amber. Nobody cares. We'll have to work on that, Amber. Routine. Routine is an important thing. And you know what? To young kids, actually to anybody, even adults, it's a godsend. Routine will take the chaos out of your life, okay? And out of your children's lives. They need to know what's next. It builds their independence. It builds their confidence. Okay. Number 16, notice the positive. Notice the positive. That means your kids do a whole lot of good stuff. But what happens naturally, and I'm not faulting anyone for doing this, you're going about your day, you're busy, you have work to do, your kids are doing whatever, you've gone 2-3 hours and everything's been great, and you're getting your stuff done. And you didn't take time to notice how great your child's been, or maybe you have more than one kid, and you haven't said anything, and all of a sudden something goes wrong, something breaks, or your kids start fighting. And that's when you zoom over there and you give them your attention. Well, you know what? Kids naturally want to please their parents. That's what they want to do. And if they realize that they're getting your attention for good behavior, they will continue to do their good behavior. If they get your attention for a behavior that's not so good, well, they're getting your attention and they like to see you and they like to have you. So let's start giving them attention when they're doing great things so that they work to do more great things so that they feel positive about themselves and they feel like they are making you super happy by doing that behavior. That's my favorite thing to do. Always lift them up and tell them what yes, and point out the greatness because it's there the majority of the time. It's just that we go on with our life. Things happen, and then when something goes off, that's when we take the time to talk to them. So instead, notice all the good they do. You don't have to talk like 90,000 times a day and go, oh yeah, you're doing great. Okay, doing great. But if they help you clean up, or they're playing dice with their sibling, or they're in their room and they're reading, and you had a call and they're reading, make sure you tell them how much you appreciate what they did and let them know you noticed. That's a big difference. Don't just acknowledge it. Let them know that you notice that behavior. Okay. Number 17, you challenge them, which goes along with letting them do for themselves. Give them the opportunity to try something that they've never done before that might be a little bit harder. Be there to help them, coach them, advise them, teach them. But let them really try to do that next step, which challenges them a little bit more and a little bit more. Let them try to do it themselves. It's like tying shoes. Very often we need to get the shoes on and we tie shoes. I can't tell you how many kids I know that are 8 years old that don't know how to tie a shoe. Some of that is because maybe their shoes have been Velcro all this time. The introduction of Velcro makes life easier, but kids don't learn to tie. But a lot of it's because when I talk to parents and say, why don't they tie? And it's like, you know what? I need to just get this done. It's too long. Well, what's the problem here? The problem here, you're not taking the time to give them the time to learn. And really, in the long run, what's going to be better? You always having to tie their shoe or them being able to get their shoes on and tie them and you taking care of what you need to do to get out that door. So remember, a little bit of time, a little bit of give and take, and a little, making your schedule a little roomier for things like that is going to go a long way to giving you even more time in your schedule. Okay, number 18. Spend special one-on-one time with your kids. Be there for them. There is a lot of chaos going on in the world right now. What they need to feel calm and comfortable is you. So spend that time with your kids. Even if it's 10 minutes throughout the day, spend that time with your kids. You will never regret it, and they will blossom from it. Okay, number 19, practice gratitude. Be grateful for what you have, because you live in these states. Honestly, if you live in the United States, you live in other countries, there are a lot of things we're all blessed with that we have. Even if you don't have a lot of things, there are things we're blessed with that people in other places only dream of having. You know, I've mentioned before, dirty dishes and dirty laundry. People complain about it all the time. I can't get this done. No one's here to help me. You have dirty laundry because you have clothes to wear. You have dirty dishes because you have food to eat. Those are things some people only dream of. So be grateful and teach your kids to be grateful. And lastly, watch the words that come out of your mouth. Speak before you speak, and teach your kids to do the same. Smile when you talk. Offer up the wonderful words in your language, not the ugly ones. Don't label. Use your manners, and you will be the role model for your kids that they deserve and that they can emulate so they can grow up to be amazing adults. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you today. I hope this brought you some real help and you can utilize some of these tips. If you're on YouTube, guys, subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. There's a lot more tips where this came from. I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon for parenting tips. I go live every night, 7 p.m. for story time. Tonight, my sister Maddie will be doing story time because I'll be on another wonderful program talking all about the spirituality of our reproductive systems, talking about sex and the way people view all of that, a really important discussion, and I hope you join me. That's going to be at 7 o'clock tonight. Look in the Pumped Up Parenting feed for a link. Look in my Facebook page. I'll post it on Instagram. I hope you can join us. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. Thank you, Amber. Please do. I appreciate you so much. And in the meantime, guys, as always, I wish you days filled with peace, love, and tons of laughter. Laughter really is the best medicine. And I'll see you here next time. I'll see you tonight, 7 o'clock on the spiritual, I forgot what we're calling, Sacred Flower program. Join us for free. Me and a bunch of other really spiritual coaches and healers will be on talking about this. And I'll see you around the web. Bye, everybody.